Hello everyone, this is Bella Core, and this is a showcase of the, I call it, ultimate combo that Pizza Elves can pull off. It doesn't have much to do with elves anymore, more about pizza, and well, let's go into it. The match that I captured with this was against Giant Wildfire, and I've kept a hand with mystical teachings and already a retraction helix and an early draw of Theovalent's Cam. I happened to draw into more Utopia Sprawl, and well, I against Giant Wildfire. I'm of course afraid that they might wildfire not one of their lands, but one of the Utopia Sprawled lands. For that, I was trying to hold up the negate, and I wanted to slow roll Devoted Druid first, I think, but I needed protection for that. This game state isn't ready for that. I need at least to hold up 2 mana to protect the druid. Let's see what the next turn from the opponent brings us. Well, they let Refurbished Familiar rain down, and we opted to actually discard Negate and the Devoted Druid. I felt at that point we didn't have the Avenging Hunter yet. We had more mana, we needed that. And we had the Retraction Helix plus Supervalence Cam. And I was already thinking about getting the Vengeant Earth to have a full combo with just an Utopia Sprawled land. Well, as soon as I saw the first Refurbished, I opted to go and let go of the Negate. Maybe I should have first let go of the Devoted Druid and then the Negate, because we are now afraid of the Wildfire. But well, this matchup was still lucky. They were able to reduce our hand, but we'll see what follows next. First off, I sprawled another land as a safety. And well, they were attacking and only dropping stuff, but holding up the red manas. At this point, I just let him attack, and I wanted to resolve mystical teachings in a way that at least I would get one of the tutors or fetch me the Vengeant Earth to then draw infinitely with Abundant Growth. I waited for them to tap out further, but they didn't. Well, anyway, I used the teachings, and now they're just on one last red mana. And well, it's also black, so they are more or less incentivized to crack the spellbomb as soon as the teachings hit the yard. Well, they didn't. If they would have cracked that in the end step, I would have already won. But now they can't crack and get the card from the black, which is a good bind for me, and I let them feel it. So yeah, they're needing 2 galvanic blasts to kill me from that position, and well, I'm just 1 fetch away for the full combo that I will show you soon-ish. Yeah, they crack the new spell bomb, I tutor in response, and I get Tamiyo safekeeping. Well, they got their card. When they are now able to galvanic blast me twice, well, that's some bad luck, but well, 2 of them in the first 20 cards isn't all that possible. So I tested my luck, and well, now we come to this situation. In my next turn, I first prepare this land with Tamiyo's safekeeping. Especially this land can tap for double blue or blue-green. And I won't do this to that land because it is dependent on the abundant growth to have a double blue. Abundant growth I want to use in the coming turn. Now it's prepared, and I cast the Vengeant Earth on top of that prepared land. So it's now haste, hexproof, indestructible. The Wildfire opponent can't interact with it at all. And now well, first I'm untapping it again to then cast the helix on it and proceed. Well, I already say that I will win this and that the opponent can't interact. I'm sorry for being cocky, but it's the truth. So, well, I at this point should maybe say that I now will be having infinite mana, and with infinite mana will draw the deck. Well, the opponent is asking, and I will say I will draw infinitely into the pizza. Well, they are still letting me do the thingy, and clock is running. Luckily, they're also on the watch, so it's not that they are gaining any time against me. Well, I'm drawing into some of the cards, and well, the opponent scoops it up. This kind of secret tech is has been introduced to either make an elf hasty in mono green or in green blue. That's quite a feat, and well, but it's also working on its own. You can fetch for all the pieces with the mystical teachings. The only thing that you can't fetch for is, well, the Utopia Sprawl and the Abundant Growth. This is also one of the things where I think maybe Dizzy Spell could be one of the cards that are still missing in the deck to, well, reach that state here. And well, all that work for islet that can't be destroyed and, well, can't be targeted. Especially in game 1, this is very hard to interact with from the standpoint of an opponent who is in giant colors. This was my idea of beating Golgari Gardens, but well, it also works against them. Still, there is a possibility in the game 2 that they may have Red Elemental Blast to counter the Retraction Helix, and maybe some opponents even adapt in a way that they are brought in edict effects that are instant speed, but everything else is really not eligible. Well, I hope this is a good showcase for this kind of situation. It exists, and now I've got some footage of it. Well, this is the second game of the match with the Vengeant Earth unstoppable combo. I am recording this just for the set to be complete. In the second game, I bought it in an additional pair of Dispel, a pair of in this MTGO. I don't actually have Hydroblast. I would have maybe brought in Hydroblast, but I am using Glorious Gale, a version of Essence Scatter, and I brought in Scattershot Archer against maybe one of the opponent's refurbished familiars. Well, you can see I am currently protecting my combo with a double pizza against a Galvanic Blast, and at the same time threaten well, the combo in the next turn. Usually opponents aren't expecting the combo as fast. This is also not in a league. That means, well, here I was holding interaction, but I didn't think I needed to, well, protect myself from, for example, if they had a Crackland Shaman, I could have preemptively used the Arbor Elf to pump it up to 3, and now they just have 2 artifacts, which doesn't make the cut in the early game. Especially the early game is really dangerous for them. They need a cast down, or else they are screwed. And with the low number of artifacts, I can preemptively put into action. I can put a +2/+2 on Arbor Elf before they deploy the Crackland, and even then I can untap it to have another mana open for the second pizza combo, for the second pizza copy. This means this would be a 3/3. This would be a 2/4, it would survive even 3 artifacts as a surprise. So the opponent, if they would drop, for example, a Lambeth or a second Ecoval Spring and a Crackland Shaman, they would sacrifice all their artifact and artifact lands, and I would still be able to protect the Devoted Druid to get the combo done. Well, this opponent deliberately always fetches 4 lands in their own turn. So I'm really sure this can be interacted with. I have enough green mana to pick it up again, and well, here I got the combo again. So after the interactable combo with Vengeant Earth, I'm able to win on turn 4 with protection. Well, just to show you that this matchup can be very lopsided, and even then, if we had a longer game, I would have drawn out of the situation if they had more removal. Well, thank you for watching, and up to the next one.